when I learned that whether you're talking about the radio or the television, you're gonna have louder. The commercials are gonna be louder than the program itself.
Oh yeah, they always are.
That's so annoying.
All right, well I hit record.
All right, cool.
Well, we haven't talked about nothing yet except for eating and a little smoking. So how about I'm gonna throw one song at you.
Let's do it.
All right. I know you're into the, the famous beats, and
Okay.
I was just gonna play this old song, which you may or may not have heard, but I bet you have heard the drum break, since you are into all the rap stuff. I bet you they have stolen this one.
I do not know if I'm into all the rap stuff. Oh, all the rap stuff. Can we date this?
I'd love to date Sweet Pea.
I can look it up. It's Tommy something?
Tommy Rowe. I guess about 67. That's just a guess. Go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so right around that era. I listened to so much, like when I first got into classic rock, I learned about...
That's it.
Nice. Oh, you got the little girl singing with him. She like, heck yeah.
Like when you bring up a song and say, this is a pop song. I'm like, no, this is a pop song.
And this is one that you'd like. 66.
Okay.
But yeah, when I learned about the Summer of Love, I said, okay. So yeah, I focused heavy on that. I learned about, a lot of the Beatles, what they were doing right around that time. And then, like the Turtles.
Oh, yeah.
And Strawberry Alarm Clock.
I love it.
I love Strawberry Alarm Clock.
Ooh, you want to hear some of that or some
Sure.
Turtles?
Either one of those. Strawberry Alarm Clock in particular.
Incense and
I feel
Peppermint?
like people... Yeah, sure. Well, do you know what?
Or you got another one? Because that was the popular one.
Yeah, that is the popular one, and I almost want to do another one, but the other one is one that I prefer, but it's kind of like a solo song, like a kind of way mellow. I like mellow songs. It's like Mushroom Cloud, something Pillow. If you look up Mushroom, if you look up, in Strawberry Alarm Clock and type Mushroom, it should complete it. And then they did Today too, didn't they? No, the Today was Jefferson Airplane. Yeah. So, Rainy Day Mushroom Pillow.
Okay.
Let's see it. Yeah. That shit is jamming. But I like fucking...
recall that one, but I've heard it if it's on the same album as the...
Yeah.
I've never bought weed over there. They got good prices and
It's fine.
Just convenience.
Yeah, it's more convenient than anything. I couldn't tell you what the lyrics are about at all, but I just like the energy of it. Like this kind of energy? No?
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, I doubt they played this one on the radio or anything, but...
Microphone.
I hate how distant these mics sound.
You know, this also reminds me of talking about like pop from this era that, you know, essentially borrowed a bit from, you know, the rock, what the rock was doing, because before this it was all like doo-woppy, you know what I mean, all the pop, you know, but the Partridge Family, that one jam, the one that everybody knows, you know what I'm talking about?
Their theme song?
Is it? No, it's unless it is their theme song. I don't know their theme song, but it was
man, what's her name? Lori Day?
It starts off real haunting, and it's like hold on. I'll tell you.
Well, while we're
I Think I Love You. I Think I Love You. Because this is next. Great. But I Think I Love You, I would always just hear the main part. So when I actually went back and listened to the song...
Yeah, I can't remember the rest of the song at all. I just remember that line.
It's really haunting. It's like this. It's haunting. It's got a kind of haunting vocal vibe. And I love that. I didn't realize this one was so slow. Because I got into this song when I want to say they, because I don't know. I believe it was credited to Newfound Glory, but I don't think it actually was Newfound Glory that did a punk cover. So
of this?
Yeah, so it's like, I can't see me loving them. You know, say just going in real fast.
You ever listen to Me First and the Gimme Gimmes? Because they do covers like that of all kinds of classic songs.
Okay. Sounds like a band I dig on.
I think you'd like it. It's
I used to love that when I was into the punk. You know, the pop punk. I loved taking classic stuff and turning it into punk.
It's so crazy to hear the snare drum on the left, the guitar on the right, just 100%. Then everybody else comes in the center. Everybody. Shit, this is probably recorded on 4 tracks.
That's nice.
It had to be the only one for me is you and you for me. So happy together.
Turn it up. Yeah, the whole drum kit comes in and it's all on the left. But it's so odd, you know, that would just never be done these days.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out to me, but I can hear it clear as day now.
It had to be the only one for me is you and you for me. So happy together. So happy together. And how is the weather? So happy together. We're happy together. So happy together.
Yeah, see, when you pull it up, just the very beginning, I love. Just the sound of it. Just the sound at the very beginning is just like...
I do have one announcement. Due to technical difficulties beyond our control,
I
the
hope we don't get
Partridge
pulled
family
for
will not appear
Partridge
today.
Family.
Probably will.
But I sure want to see
However, Miss
old Lori
Bancroft, the
Day or
girls'
whatever. Is that her
crusade
name?
coach,
Oh, I
has
don't know.
agreed to step
I don't know
in and
Partridge
tell us
Family like
about
that.
her crusade to get women into professional
I
hockey.
always thought she was, I didn't know her enough to know her name, but. And this was on the channel we didn't have. We only had 2 channels when I was a little kid.
But you also said you quit.
So I only saw this sometimes.
You're gonna sing
Not
our
getting
song?
the
But when I
most
did see
clear.
it, I always thought she was she was one of the hottest girls around, even better than Marsha
I'm
Brady.
not asserting anything.
Sure.
Some people came here today to hear us play, and we're not going to disappoint them.
You tell them.
The rock
So you mean
never
introduce us?
stops.
No. Who do you think you are? You just can't.
One,
No, is
two.
that her?
It
Anyway,
would be nice if you introduced us. 1, 2,
maybe
3.
I can't even
4.
see it.
See that? Ba, ba, ba.
Ladies and
This is
gentlemen,
awesome.
the Partridge Family.
I'm sleeping and right in the middle of a good dream. Like all at once I wake
The Women's
up
March.
from something that keeps knocking at my brain. Before I go insane, I hold my pillow.
The picture on this is so horrible. Oh no, that's Lori,
In my bed, screaming
the
out
keyboard
the
player.
words I've read. I think I love you. This morning,
See, this tone right here is just sounds like a Oompa Loompa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that little twinkly keyboard thing.
That too. But just vocally, the way that he's writing the rhythm of it, you know? See, growing up, that was the only part of the song I ever heard.
Yeah.
Oh, they're upset with this crazy rock and roll, huh? So you clearly know a little bit more about them than I do. Were they like a band that
They're
got a
just-
show, or were they
They
completely
were
manufactured?
they were manufactured. Like the Monkees were manufactured, but then the Monkees wanted to be a real band, and they became one. And actually, I think these guys did do their went out and did performing.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely look back at with fondness, you know.
Yeah.
But I always just figured they were like a musical version of the Brady Bunch, which doesn't sound appealing
Yeah,
to me.
I think it pretty much is. They're a little shadier. I mean, they got like, right? She's divorced, right? And then and Kincaid is the manager. I don't know. I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
How shady. Divorce.
But it was things that, yeah, it's a little shadier than Brady Bunch. And they're rockers. They're partying, touring, and
Brady Bunch sang too, didn't they?
they did do. We should probably do it because it's one of the songs that sticks with me. One of those earworm kind of songs, the Brady Bunch.
I don't know one of their songs. I feel like, can you hear me okay on this mic?
Yeah, maybe this was a little loud.
No, not even that. I feel like, I don't know if my shirt, I don't know if my rosary is muffling. Let me tuck it under my shirt maybe. Let people see art. Maybe that'll help. So what song did they sing?
Well, they did 2, and I was just trying to think which one I should do.
Microphone check. Okay, that's better.
I think I should do Sunshine Day.
Speaking of, well, we'll talk about it in just a second. This reminds me of another thing. Speaking of like manufactured songs that became like, iconic.
Well, when you're listening to this, I'm not sure who it is, but I'm pretty sure it's, it's this like Glenn. I'm pretty sure I heard Glenn Campbell did the guitar on this. I have to look this shit up. But it's just great studio musicians that did all of it, and then they stuck their voices on it. And some of them's voices, I think it was maybe Bobby's voice didn't make the album or something. One of them wasn't very good, I was thinking I heard. But the music is cool.
Think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name.
It's good for this time of year. Yeah, Jen and Marcia never look so good. They're both looking good today. Cindy got a little bit of lift. And there's another song where Peter's, that was the excuse they used. Oh, this is the smooth part. So yeah, Peter was going through puberty, but in real life, in real life he couldn't sing, and they had to do this thing. So they wrote it around that, saying he was going through puberty and his voice was changing, and he would sing, "I'm going through changes," or something, you know, and his voice is all screwed up. Dig the sunshine.
That's a word I don't understand that people don't use anymore.
Dig it.
Yeah, I don't feel like that should go. That should go out. You know, I dig that.
I can dig it. The bass rocks. It's probably Carol K.
All right, I got the next one.
I'm Greg. And this is Marcia, Jan, Peter, Bobby, and Cindy.
Well, don't you have a name for the group?
Yeah.
The Silver Platters. Because they were trying to make money for the silver platter, they accidentally gave away or sold or did something.
They didn't want to just call themselves the Brady Bunch. They didn't know that there was a TV show named after them.
I don't want to confuse anyone.
Archees.
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 Sugar, sugar?
Sugar, sugar. I was so
hoping
blown away when I found out that that was a song made for the cartoon.
Uh-huh. It's incredible. This is, what's this? People doing it. I don't think I've seen this version. Let's check it out. Huh, I've only seen the cartoons. I love this song.
Yeah, it's a jamming song.
I wonder if anybody's ever covered it and made a heavy version.
Stealing. If anybody's stolen it and made a heavy version. It's not just stealing when it's hip hop.
Well, if they're playing it as a whole band, it's a little different.
Okay, so only hip hop steals, all the rest of the music.
No, whatever.
Borrows.
Covers are if they actually just take a recording, but if they replay it, then that's a cover.
And you don't think cover is in any way stealing? Like, I'm going to take my instrument and play your composition.
Of course, you can say that, I guess. It's just,
I don't think either one is stealing. I feel like we're going to use language for one part of the culture.
It's just not offensive to me. You think you're offended by when I say it's stealing?
I just don't like that it's only hip hop that gets this negative tone every time it's brought up.
Well, the difference again is either a band playing it.
Yeah, but I mean that's not really different. Like you look at the Grey album, right? The Grey album where DJ Danger Mouse took Jay-Z's The Black Album, acapellas,
okay,
and made beats with the Beatles White Album, which was actually more than the White Album. It was like all kinds of Beatles stuff.
I get it.
It wasn't.
It's a creative thing.
It wasn't just samples. Like he, as a musician,
and then they add other things to it.
Recreated the sample. You know what I mean? recreated the composition, you know, and then mixed it, you know. So it's sometimes it's
Well,
you
it's
know
still,
straight
I'm
up
not
sample.
saying it's not art or something. Is that it?
It's just somebody else's art.
It started that way. I mean,
All things do. There's nothing new under the sun. I don't know if you have ever heard that before.
I don't know why you want to keep talking about this. I think it's one of my favorite things is those people that take a picture that they a painting that they get from the what's it called, the like the Arc thrift store, and then paint on top of it.
I feel what you're saying, but like I feel like if you see that, you don't go, oh, I already saw the original. You go, I see what they're doing. Their art is not that art. Their art is what is being done with that art. So like when I think about like, you know, Wyclef and the Fugees doing the Staying Alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what they're bringing to the table, like it's not like they're like, listen to this groove, you know, and that's what I did. That was me. No, it's clearly like I'm going to play something classic that we love, and I'm going to perform my poetry over it.
Yeah,
you know, it's a different art, you know.
And even if you called it a cover, yeah, I wouldn't.
What I'm saying is that they're not stealing that because you can read it right there. It says, oh, matter of fact, they shout him out in the song.
I know
Mr. Funkmaster, Bump, the Bee Gees, and all you college students. So like he like shouts them out. It's like, this is Bee Gees, and I'm rapping on top of it.
I get it.
You know.
So
you got one to go next, or you want me to?
Did you have something else? I couldn't remember.
I have stuff for days, man.
But,
we could just keep jamming.
Well, since we're talking about, we just happen to be on.
Classic pop kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna keep the classic pop going too, but let's hear your one.
I think this one is a cool one. That
Good. I'm just glad you're not doing the. Then I saw her face. Not there's
I
anything
love
wrong with
I'm
that.
a Believer, but
it's just I want to hear something that I haven't heard.
I'm sure you've heard this, but
oh yeah.
And some cool people have done covers of it too. Stolen it.
I like the Monkees. I don't think I have heard this.
It's got a darkness to it.
It's groove. The guitar is grooving. Maybe the bass line, I should say. It's striding.
You're reading all them high fashion magazines. The clothes you're wearing, girl, are causing public scenes. I said, I'm not just stepping stones.
But no, there's a rock and roll meanness to it. He's yelling.
Sure.
Compared for the Monkees, this just stands out. Ooh, I got one.
That's what you say.
It's almost punk.
Do you think, like, at the time, people like Ozzy Osbourne, Robert Plant would hear pop like this and appreciate it?
They love the fuck out of it. Yeah. Elvis, of course.
Elvis is pop. I mean, just like the Beatles are pop, really. Can't call the Beatles not pop. They like destroy. I mean, especially when they popped out. You know, I want to hold your hand. That's pop. You know.
Turn it down just a smidge. Gosh dang it.
Do you consider, and I'm not asking you if you like them, I'm curious if you consider Linkin Park pop?
I guess. I just kind of a modern rock band. I don't know if that's.
You don't feel like they're
pop.
particularly more pop in like they're particularly more polished.
I suppose
and
they are more commercial,
digestible
Yeah.
than their peers. Just whatever band is right next to them. It's one of the reasons why they're so successful. You know what I mean? They have an extreme crossover appeal.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, veering away from, just because we're just talking about it, just to make a point about the crossoverness of it. Look up In the End You're an All-Star. yeah.
I said I was going to get my glasses, and I didn't.
I don't know how you feel about mashups.
Oh, they're pretty good.
This is a great one. But it also goes to show just how fundamentally formulaic these two songs are, that you could just slap them right on top of each other perfectly.
Yeah, all these songs played with a click to it. It's pretty clever, actually. I like it more than the original of the Smash Mouth for sure. Shit, I think I like it better than both of them.
It goes hard, right? It's a nice mashup.
I do like big heavy chords more than almost anything in the world.
Are you a fan of the more guttural, like Creed kind of bands? I guess maybe guttural's not the word, but you know, like the ones that everybody's.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
No, I really hate that. It's to me, it's as bad as the whiny ones or
Yeah,
the.
it's like the reverse of the snottiness.
Yeah, the snotty. I just can't stand it when somebody has to be too much of a character. But at the same time, it comes up in the studio all the time to put character into it, you know. But it's just don't be the same character as everybody else.
Particularly with that Creed sound, I remember there was one time where I was like, I don't know if I could sing, but I'm pretty sure I could sing like that. Like I could probably pull that off if I tried to. You know, if I just figure out a good song or two, learn it. And I just didn't even want to entertain it. I was like, I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do a song like that. It is just not. I don't know. I don't want to shit. You know, I don't want to shit on another. But it's not. I'm with you, man. I'm not. I fuck with the snottiness way more than that.
Well, it's the same reason you don't like. Maybe I don't like country songs because I feel like it's an act. You know.
Oh my gosh! Do you know who Bo Burnham is?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard his country song, making fun of country music?
I'm not sure.
It's so funny. But this is just so just like the person who put this together, all they had to do was think of it.
Right,
they didn't have to do anything else. The whistle to the little, it's all exactly. I just thought you'd get a kick out of that.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. I do love mashups, smash-ups, whatever. There was a band here in town. Mm-hmm. My buddy Dave was in, and they did mashups live. Some really cool songs. I can't remember any of them.
Do you want to hear another mashup? I got a few.
Well,
that I enjoy.
All right.
My go-to. One of my favorite ones is it's Girl Talk. And I think the song is called Still Here. Yep, Still Here. Shit goes hard.
It's just automatically a mashup.
It's like a mashup of everything. It changes every 5 seconds.
Lighter shade of pale. Many people consider that one of the best songs in the world, Lighter Shade of Pale. So I bet this is quite disturbing to them.
Or particularly enjoyable. See what I'm saying? It doesn't stay.
No, it doesn't. It keeps revolving.
Keeps mashing and mashing. And he does that for like this whole album, but this song I felt like was the one that just kind of like maintained its groove the whole time. And at one point he mixes Ace of Base with this rap song about getting drunk at the club, my drink with my two-step. And I didn't even like that rap song, but I loved it when he threw it on Ace of Base. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, this just rides. So he just keeps on changing it.
Baby, you're a perfect 10. I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can live? I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up.
And
I like the way you work it.
a lot of songs that you were probably going to be like, oh, that's another one of the greatest songs. You know what I mean?
Right. Entertaining, I mean, I guess. it's a
imitate my flow, then remake my flow. But why they try and take my flow, I make my dough. Hey yo, I can make it rain cause I be making it snow. But yo, I've been taking it slow, I wasn't around. But the car crash couldn't lay the hustler down. Nah, I'm still here, for real, I'm still here. It wasn't looking pretty, but Swizzy, I'm still here. They said I could have been brain dead in the wheelchair, but I'm standing in the booth and the skills are still here. Yeah, the hustler home, the hustler home. Let's celebrate and toast with a cup of Patron.
I got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step, got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step. It's on, it's on, it's on.
And I'm home, get the Patron and tell them that it's on.
I got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step, got my drink and my two-step, my drink and my two-step.
Did you like Green Day?
when they first came out, I did.
You didn't like some of the later stuff. You know, I know it was all like sellout shit. Like, I mean, like particularly pop.
Yeah.
But some of it was just like fucking dope ass. The Holiday? That's a fucking dope ass song. Like they did pop well. You know what I mean?
Oh, they did. They did some pretty good songs.
Holiday.
I think I just don't like them, but they have some
Boulevard
pretty
of
okay.
Broken. I don't like
They
him
have
either
some pretty
because
okay
he
songs.
hates that dude, Billy Joe.
What about him?
He be shitting on hip hop all day.
Oh.
You know? Yeah, he was a hardcore hater. He hated all the rock rap combination bands that came out. Yeah.
Maybe me and him get along a little better than I thought we would.
Well, I mean, I don't like. I'm not the dude to say this, but from my understanding, Green Day only plays 3 chords.
Yeah, they do.
So you know what I mean? You're over here shitting on an entire multiple genres. You're just mad because this hip hop.
Green Day does a few clever things.
No, they're great. They're great. You know what? Oh, that's what I was gonna bring up. Okay, the song "Old Time Rock and Roll." I think that's what what it's called. I think that's the song that does it. Is that the one that has the lyric that says "Call me a relic, call me what you will," right? I was thinking about that because Green Day says "Call me pathetic, call me what you will."
Yeah.
And I felt like it was a nod to him. You know what I mean?
Might be.
Plays jamming. Bob Seger, that's the dude's name.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just take those old records off the shelf.
I always like the sound of his albums. It's definitely not modern, but the grit.
See, I feel like when I was growing up, I would talk about hip-hop and rap, and I would get dismissed, and people would be like, "Oh, that's not." Back then, the narrative was, "That's not music. That's a loop." That's a computerization. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And
You don't have to keep
and
defending
so-
it. You won. It's the biggest thing in the world.
yeah, but like the point was this. You say defending it. I felt like all I ever wanted to feel like was my point is legitimate. What I'm bringing to the table is something that is legitimate, and what I'm presenting and the culture that I represent is legitimate. And part of my journey to validate that for just the community around me, you know, United States of America, my people, my peers, was taking the time to respect their shit and going and learning fucking Beatles,
I got
going and learning the Rolling Stones.
You
and
told me
going
all
and
that.
learning,
You said that last time. I got it. Let's just
So-
enjoy some music.
This feels insanely pop to me.
Yeah.
It's a borderline country.
Yep. It's definitely got some southern. But he's from he's a Detroit guy.
No, it's fine. I'm not shitting. I'm just
No, I'm
being
just saying.
observational.
No, you're absolutely right.
You know, because he shit on disco in the song.
Is that what he's doing?
At the beginning, he said,
Yeah.
"Don't ever
Oh,
take
don't
me to
take
the
me
disco.
to a disco. Yeah.
You won't get me out on the floor." And then he's saying, "You know, I need this." You know, fair enough. But he's not talking about getting away from the hoppy, dancey, fun vibe. He's just talking about
Right.
a guitar riff with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He likes what he likes.
No, it's cool. It's just when I thought about the song initially, like, you know, of course, I probably heard it with Tom Cruise,
Yeah, that's
You
the
know what I mean?
biggest. That's what.
but my thought was old time rock and roll, and also like, what year did that come out?
Shit, I don't remember.
Let me see.
Does it say 8?
Sure. So 78. So okay, so it wasn't that old in the 80s.
Uh-oh.
Is it me?
I don't know. You're the one that just moved, but it stopped.
It wasn't that old in like, maybe about a 10-year-old song. So kind of like a throwback when it was popularized, particularly for people who don't listen to rock. Or Bob Seger, you know what I mean?
Right.
But my point is that like I'm thinking, well, that's a 10-year-old song, and he's talking about old rock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he's
Yeah.
like in my head, I was always picturing like real like. I picture the Beatles. The Beatles were like such goats, and then I listened.
before.
But then when I listened to the Beatles, when I went into my Beatles phase, because I dug him, you know what I mean? I dug the alternative shit of them, you know? I dug when they started going weird and trippy,
Yeah.
when Bob Dylan gave them weed, you know what I
That's
mean?
when I liked him too.
Yeah, even before the acid, like, because I feel like I heard a rumor that Bob Dylan introduced
I've heard that too.
weed to John Lennon right around
Like the
Revolver and Rubber Soul, and that's when you get like I'm Only Sleeping.
The first day they came to America, I thought.
Oh yeah?
Is what I thought I heard. But I don't know.
But I mean, if you listen to their records, like I really feel like I never got to hear what is the first Beatles. You know what I mean? I feel like.
Oh, that's really.
62, right?
God, probably.
You know, but I couldn't, and I think it might be a self-titled project or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Meet the Beatles was the album.
Is that the one? 8 Days a Week? No, that's like way later.
Love Me Do.
Okay.
I think.
That's 64.
I saw her standing there.
But the early Beatles,
64.
this and the following years, like up. Well,
I'm gonna hold your hand.
yeah.
That's
It's like pop.
Mm-hmm.
That is like straight up pop.
Big
Versus,
time.
you listen to like even the Taxman, even how groovy and enjoyable that song is. It's still like, more punk rock, much more punk rock. I mean, in heart, in the spirit of like Damn the Man. It's much more rock and roll in that sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got spirit. Did you ever like Lenny Kravitz?
Not particularly, but I respected him.
I didn't care much for most of his stuff. He's cool and he's healthy and all that.
Yes,
But this was his first album, and I thought this was the best song on it. On the album.
Yeah, he had that song like I Belong to You and You Belong to Me. I forget what it's called. That might be it,
His modern ones I just don't like.
It was the 90s.
Okay.
It was like...
Yeah, this is all I heard other than that other big song, American Woman, which was horrible.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't fuck with it either. I mean, Heather Graham in the video, so you're like, I'll watch it.
She's always one of my favorites, but yeah.
But I really wasn't fucking with that song. Actually, that song might be a good example of why at the time I wasn't digging rock. Because to me that was a guitar riff it was him, and then you had Aerosmith was like ruling the pop stations.
Yeah.
Crying. And that shit was so whiny. But of course, Alicia Silverstone. You can watch the video.
Yeah, I was done with Aerosmith by then. I liked the early gritty shit.
But that's how I was introduced to them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I get it.
And
I worked at a record store when those albums came out, so
they were classic. Like
those
from the 70s, and I was like, they did. And then I went back and listened to it, and I was like, this sounds like that hot shit from the 70s. Why did they do this? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's fine for that genre. You know what I mean? But like, what was the Sleep?
One more time.
There's two Aerosmith songs from the 70s.
Dream On.
Yes, that one. That's what I was trying to think of. Dream On goes so hard.
Fucking good performance.
And then what was there was another one I'm trying to think of. That it's just two of them are just like
Walk This Way.
I wasn't a big fan of Walk This Way. I mean, it was cool.
Sweet Emotion.
That's probably it, but that's just one that's just easily groovy. It was more like when you listen to Dream On goes so hard with
great.
that vibe. To think that you would go from doing a song like Dream On to a song like not just Crying, because Crying was still better than
yeah, they had co-writers for all that stuff.
That
new stuff.
Soundtrack to Armageddon, where he sang for Liv Tyler.
Yeah, I never saw it.
I
remember the video. Never.
You know what I'm talking?
Yeah.
Like that. When I heard that shit.
That's when all us rockers were done with Aerosmith.
When I heard that shit,
that little plastic thing right there, you can stick that little burning thing.
Oh, okay. When I heard that shit, I thought, man, if I was Liv Tyler, I'd be offended that this is what he's doing to honor me. Isn't Sweet Emotion also about a child?
A child? I don't know.
Well, that's what they implied in Be Cool. You ever seen Be Cool? Look up. Can you look up a clip? Would you be down for that?
Well, they'll probably pull it, but we'll give it a shot.
All right. Be Cool. Aerosmith interview. Yeah. No.
No.
Not
I didn't do it.
Yeah, that's gonna not get it at all.
Yeah, full interview. That's gonna throw it off.
Take full album off.
Get your album off.
It's just because they have a performance in the movie, so I want to pull up the conversation that they had. Yeah, I think. No. Let me see. Nah, it's not gonna pull it up. No worries.
Whatever.
But in that, now I don't know if it was just the script, but in that, Aerosmith plays themselves, and John Travolta is a gangster turned record producer, who charms Aerosmith by telling him what the song "Sweet Emotion" was actually about, his wife getting pregnant, and it probably was just like a fan theory written into the script or something like that. But he accepted it in the movie. But that's that's a movie. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily reality. But
I should see that movie. I have heard about it. I'm gonna grab my glasses because I can't see shit.
Okay.
They're right over here.
Cool.
What do you? I forgot I had one other, and I was gonna bring up a pop one, but now I can't think of what it is. So.
Oh well, I have a pop song that I would love to play, that I was listening to recently, like this artist, and I was like scrolling through all things of his catalog to show him my homegirl, and I'm like, I listening to and I'm like, this is the one that I'll bring up on Super Bitchin' Rock and Roll. But I would like you to look it up with the lyrics. So, the artist, I don't know how you feel about this dude. His name is Jason Mraz.
Oh, I don't know.
Are you familiar with him?
I see that name. I don't know who he is really.
Jason spelled with O. Yeah. And then the song is called Live High. And if you could pull up the lyric version, it would be really cool. Like Live High lyrics. Boom. I wanted you to dig on the lyrics, the poetry of it. I like poets, man. You know?
I try to picture the girl through a looking glass and see her as a carbon atom. See her eyes and stare back at them. See that girl as her own new world. Though a home is on the surface, she is still a universe. Glory God, oh God is peeking through the blinds. Are we all here standing naked, taking guesses at the actual date and time? Oh my, justifying reasons why is an absolutely insane resolution to live by. Live high, live mighty, live righteously. Taking it easy, live high, live mighty, live righteously. And try to picture a man to always have an open hand and see him as
Obviously
a given
you.
tree. See him as matter, a matter of fact, he's not a beast. Oh no, not the devil
Crunch.
either. Always a good deed doer, and it's laughter that we're making after all. The call of the wild is still in order nationwide, in the order of the primates. All
Can we pause it?
politics are too late.
He says the call of the wild is still an ode, a nationwide. The person who
They wrote
this-
it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to point that out because that's a dope lyric too.
You see that all the fucking time on here.
Oh my, the congregation in my mind is this assembly singing of gratitude, practicing their love and
Oh, I don't know.
live high,
If you're not feeling it, it's cool.
No, it's not my thing.
live righteously.
I just love how he articulates himself. And kind of makes a stoner song that's kind of a gospel song in the same touch.
Sing it out and just take it easy and celebrate the malleable reality.
And the word choice, malleable reality.
Yeah, this
Love it.
life is but a dream.
Yeah, maybe that's partially why I don't like. What I don't like about it so much is, there are a lot of words. You gotta pay attention.
Word.
But it's a good message, and I like to live high.
Well, speaking of the message, I feel like the first verse he says, you picture the girl as her own new world, as a universe, though her home is on the surface. He's talking about a carbon atom. He's talking about the very molecules of the female, right up to the universe of her, the depth of her, and everything. Then when he gets to the second verse, he says, picture the man. To always have an open hand and see him as a giving tree. He says, no, he's not a beast. No, not the devil either. He's telling you to have a positive outlook on your fellow man. You know, not to go looking for the devil in everyone. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's a message we need to hear right now. You know?
For sure, for sure. I don't know. I never look for the devil. I'll try to avoid that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wonder which direction we should go now.
I got like a handful if you want to shoot it my way, or if you want to do one of yours. I don't want to.
Is it what kind of music are we talking? Is it going to be
All
another
kinds of
mellow
music.
one though?
You could tell me, you could veer me in a direction if you want.
No, you could.
No, I'm saying because I have a handful and they're all different kinds.
Well,
of
you know, they
songs.
all change moods, and I like to be in a good mood.
Okay. Okay, so good mood, good vibe.
It's funny that song is supposed to be uplifting and all, and it just doesn't make me feel uplifted as much as it should. It's so weird, but I'm different like that.
Oh, I got it. Well, can I warn you? It's jamming. Look up Ain't No Grave. I think it's like Southern Gospel Choir. Look up Ain't No Grave. Let me just see the results, because there's a specific band that does it that's just like, I listen to it. No, scroll down. Them, Southern Gospel Revival. Yeah, that shit goes hard. I listen to this on my way to church every Sunday.
And who is this originally? Is this a Johnny Cash song?
Yeah. I didn't know if he did it originally or if
I
it
don't
was
think he did.
I
I don't think he did it originally, but I just saw that he did it. But
yeah, but yeah, do you know how to know his version? This one goes way harder.
I have heard it.
This one's jamming.
There ain't no grave can hold my body
Oh
down.
yeah, she's good. I can't wait to how it kicks in.
There ain't no grave can hold my body down. When I hear that trumpet sound, I'm gonna rise out of the ground. No, there ain't no grave to hold my body down. Oh, look down yonder, Gabriel. Put your feet on the land and see. Gabriel, don't you blow your trumpet until you hear from me. Oh, go down yonder river, and what do you think I see? Well, I see a
looks like a real performance. I wonder if it is.
Or like recorded straight live?
Yeah.
I think so. That was my interpretation when I first watched it. The only reason why I thought it might not be is because it goes so hard, right? It's like they just killed it. But I mean, they're probably people who perform this live all the time together.
Right.
You know? And then they were like, damn, we really got this down. Let's put it on, you know?
Everything, I checked out the way everything's mic'd right away. It seems pretty cool. See if that girl in the background does another line with no microphone. It sounds distant enough, it's picking up through the several other instrument mics.
So,
somebody's got a low one.
Did I pick a good one here?
What was that?
Did I pick a good one here?
Oh, this is a great song. And a great version.
Huh?
Great version, yes.
Yeah. I like the way they stole it.
Mm-hmm.
I heard this, and it's, you know, this real Christian song, and all I'm thinking is, man, I want to make a zombie movie and put this song in.
Oh, perfect.
But
we'll just make a skit. Just make it a skit that lasts as long as the song.
Another zombie movie used the Johnny Cash one, and I was like, somebody did it. Yeah, I still use it. This version is so good. I'm telling you, man, I'm walking to church Sunday morning, sun is shining, got my phone just in my pocket, jamming this into my ear, and I'm just like, you know?
Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this does look like they're all around that microphone. I bet those capsules aren't the what's it, I don't know. Well, those microphones you usually have to be pretty close to that mic, so they may be just in that to make it look cool, but those might be condenser mics. They might not be what I think they are.
Yeah, they might have recorded it and then gone back and like done those vocals again.
Right.
You want to see if you can follow that?
That was amazing. Gosh, let's see. Mark Lanigan. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play which song to play, and he can be pretty depressing.
I was thinking of a real dope, depressing song to play.
Which one?
I think his name is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
It is.
And In Your Arms, you know that one?
I think so.
If you could look up a lyric video, that would be really cool. You know, I'm a lover of the lyrics. But I first heard it on Ricky Gervais' show, Afterlife. And you know, Ricky Gervais is very atheist. This is an atheist song. And then I heard it recently on Daredevil as he's losing his faith. So good.
I don't believe in an interventionist God, but I know, darling, that you do. But if I did, I would kneel down and ask him touch a hair in your head, leave you as you are. He felt he had to direct you and direct
I made myself a note. I did think of a Mark Lanigan song that.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about this?
I'm not a big fan.
We could switch it. You know, I like just heartfelt genuineness and the way that he's articulating himself. He's talking about, you know, he's got, yeah, see, you know, like he's coming from a place of frustration,
right,
with faith.
Well, he's a heroin addict, right?
Is he? I didn't know. Is he?
I think.
I never heard that before. I just thought he was some indie atheist singer, and because he's atheist, I wouldn't want to misrepresent him if he's not. If he's like a really well put together dude, you know what I mean?
I don't want to slander the guy.
Right.
I'll look up Nick Cave heroin and see if anything comes up.
It's like, no, not a heroin addict, a heroin user.
Yeah,
he's not addicted. He can quit anytime he wants to.
In addictive terms, Nick Cave was a heroin addict for the better part of the 80s and 90s.
Interesting. Oh, so he was. He's got a history with it.
I kind of thought I remembered him in Mark Lanigan's book, Getting High with Him. Speaking of, Mark Lanigan is another guy that had a lot of great albums and a lot of sad songs, who killed himself with heroin and everything else.
Is it the sadness of this song that makes you not feel it? Like the mellow dreariness of it? Or
it's mostly the piano. I'm not a piano, and it's just the fact that it's a guy on a piano.
Okay, you're not a piano guy.
Like
literally a piano and vocals. You're not gonna.
It's gonna be one of the last things I'm attracted to, but it's not. I'm not saying this is bad in any way. It's actually good.
It's beautiful songwriting, and I like it because what it is it's an atheist getting spiritual. He wants to talk about God. He has him on his heart. You know what I mean? But it's a different story. You know? So he wants to tell his story from his perspective. You know? And then music is fucking spiritual. You know what I'm saying? Poetry is spiritual. I had to look it up. I was like, what is an interventionist God? It's a God that intervenes. Some people believe that God created the universe and then just stepped back. You know? So the idea of an interventionist God is a philosophical concept. You know, I love shit like that in music. You know? You were going to play some Mark Lanigan?
Yeah, the song I was going to play, we might not make it through the whole thing because it's so long, but maybe we will. I guess I should be looking up the Walkabouts.
We should probably try to make shorter videos. You know,
yeah. I should be cutting these down.
The last one was like, yeah, you could chop mine to shreds. The last one was
I'm
like,
planning on it one of these days. Right now, I'm just getting started and putting.
Oh, okay, just throwing it out there, yeah.
Getting started.
But it was like over 3 hours.
It was ridiculous. I know.
And I'm thinking.
Today I don't want to do that.
No, but just so you know.
Oops, I put in.
Like I think there's an extra monetary reward for people reaching the end of the video.
Oh, nobody's ever done that.
You know what I'm saying? So if you cut it down to an hour or something like that, leave them want more, or even throw it up in 20-minute snippets.
So there's a Seattle band called the Walkabouts put out. I think they're Seattle band. Put out a country album, and Mark Lanigan sings a verse in this. And he blows away the other singers. The other singers are great though, but the feel, it was something that really caught me. But it's a great song. And think, because that I'm just more gospel songs. She's great too.
Tried and I failed and I'm tired and weary. Everything I've done is wrong.
organ in the background is so faint. The rotating speaker.
Lord, I tried to see it through.
Is Mark?
Wait,
But it was too
I don't think it is.
much for me.
I think he comes in and blows this guy away. I might be wrong. I
Oh,
haven't
right,
listened
you
to
said
this in years.
He blew everyone away, so there was.
I haven't listened to this in years.
Now I'm coming
Yeah.
home to you.
I haven't listened to this in, jeez,
Yeah, I feel like
8 years,
going home.
at least. See, if Nick Cave would have used an organ, I would have liked it more than the piano, but no. And the tambourine.
Cloudy skies are closing in.
You pointed, so now we're hearing Mark.
That's the Mark.
Friend round to help me. Of all the places I've been.
So many questions are popping into my mind while I'm hearing this song that I don't want to ask because it's so off subject. But I don't like. I'm digging this. You know.
We'll go ahead and ask her in a little bit. Let's listen a little more. But yeah, now they're all singing together, and his voice just stands out. Not that he ever does anything technical. He's just good. He's just got a good voice.
But you know, that's what I was saying that I like. I don't like somebody particularly to be.
Right.
Yeah. I want to hear your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your vocal rhythms.
This guy just sells it every time for me.
And if you can add dope poetry to that, you know, got some sick lines. Like, I stare directly at the sun, but never in the mirror. You know who said that, right? Taylor Swift. It's a good bar.
His guitars sound killer. I just love the electric guitars coming in on this mellow shit now. I forgot how good this song was. When I was married, me and my ex-wife listened to a lot of Mark Lanigan. And, well, as soon as I got divorced, I didn't really want to listen to Mark Lanigan anymore. So I really haven't listened to this album at all.
But now you got enough distance. You can go
It's
back
enough distance, and now it doesn't matter. Now,
yeah, now you're like,
now
oh man,
yeah,
it's music that I haven't had.
Yeah,
had
now
in
it's
a
like
while.
I'm relearning,
Right.
and yeah, I'm loving it.
I love rediscovering a classic record that I listened to in a minute. I don't think I heard this, but it sounds kind of familiar. Is it a?
I think it might be a Charlie Pride song or something. Let me look that up.
Everything I've done is wrong.
Like, I feel like I'm familiar with some poppy rock song that steals from this. You know what I mean? There's
Well,
like every time they hit that note, it sounds like I feel like some Aerosmith thing that I've heard or something.
Oh, Charlie Rich. Is that what I said? Charlie Rich? Or did I say Buddy Rich by accident or something? Charlie Rich. Charlie Pride, I think, is what I said by accident. Charlie Rich. Just an old country guy, but I like the way they alt country this. Speaking of country that I like.
Word. Cool. Do you enjoy Rick James?
Sure.
Okay. The reason I ask is because I found out that Rick James, and it's like common knowledge at the time,
He's an abusive cocaine.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay.
No, but like, I didn't realize he wrote Party All the Time, wrote and produced Party All the Time.
Oh, he did for Eddie Murphy.
And I went back and I listened to it, and I was like, I remember this being cornier than this. This is a really jamming song.
Is it?
Like, it's like a good beat. It's a good composition. It's good vocal. It's good. It's a good mix, for sure.
I'm gonna have to listen to this whole album again. Back then, I was listening to albums on CD. This one.
Like Rage Against the Machine, remind me. I know I've asked you.
Not so much. I've seen them. I just don't need all that yelling.
Did you ever like listen to their albums?
Yeah.
Do you know the song "Know Your Enemy"? It has vocals by what's the dude from Tool? Maynard. Yeah, it's got vocals with him featured on it. And I never thought about it until somebody pointed out to me that was Tom Maynard, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't sound anything like Zach in that moment. It's one of my favorite Rage Against the Machine songs. You want to listen to it? Yeah, I'll go for this one. Yeah.
Okay, I've heard it.
Fucking. This song, I fell in love with this song. This is probably the song that made me like truly like feel like lost for the band, you know? Do you like Tom Morello? Like specifically? As a guitarist? You're a guitar guy?
Right. He does some clever things, but that's what I don't know. It's always is, you know, those things. I don't like the whammy pedal. I like it when he's ripping, like this.
Move into 92. When I was listening to this, I counted Zach De La Rocha one of my top MCs in hip hop. I would say this is my high school top three was KRS-One, Killah Priest, Zach De La Rocha. I love Zach De La Rocha. I always wanted to include Brad from Sublime in my top MCs too, because he did hip hop in his record, and I felt like he treated it with proper respect. You know? Oh, there. This is Maynard.
Okay. Yeah, that's right.
You know, especially when he goes off, he belts, and Zach never belts. You know what I mean? See, that's not Zach. That's me. I never really got into Tool.
I've seen him a couple times, but I don't care that much about him anymore either.
You dig Mr. Reznor?
What was that?
Mr. Reznor is what I said.
Oh, Trent?
Yeah.
Again, I saw them on Pretty Hate Machine, so I saw them pretty early on, and then I saw them on the next album. I've seen them a million times. But,
did you like him and Marilyn Manson and the music that they made together?
At the time, yeah, I did. I just haven't listened to much stuff.
Does it have nostalgia to you?
Huh?
Does it have nostalgia to you?
No. Not the first Marilyn Manson, yeah. The first two albums of both Marilyn Manson and Nine Inch Nails were big party albums for me. But no, I just don't ever really go back and listen to them. I probably should.
I love that we're looking at the lyric video. I used to try to memorize this. All of which are American dreams. There says fucking punk rockers. You know what I mean?
I think this
like in spirit, you know?
I like the sound of the drums a lot. I think this was recorded at Sound City.
This is my favorite Rage song for a minute.
Yeah.
All of which are American dreams.
The way that he has that breath there on the last one.
Mm-hmm.
All of which are American dreams. Like, I've given this word all that I have to give. Yeah, Rage Against the Machine's a great band.
That's one of the better ones, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good band.
Oh, this guy. Been seeing him everywhere. Pentagram, you see him? That picture? You know who that is?
No.
Well, he's pretty much a meme because, how often do you see a 70-some-year-old guy looking like that? A crazy guy on stage doing a doom metal thing.
Pentagram band.
But there he is, We'll check him out. Look at this for a second.
Who's this 70-year-old wizard on stage? And why does his story hit harder than you'd ever guess? That's Bobby Liebling of Pentagram. And trust me, you're not ready for this.
Pentagram's
Back
been
in the
around
early
since
70s,
the early 70s,
Pentagram kicked off. Think Black Sabbath vibes. But darker, heavier, doomier. They invented a sound that should have made them legends. Labels didn't get it.
Is it just
Liebling
called
was
Pentagram,
too raw,
the band?
too real. They almost broke through.
There's a documentary about him
1975,
called
they
Last
jammed for Blue
Days
Oyster
Here.
Cult
That's really good.
Nailed it. But Liebling fought over control. No deal. Then Kiss came sniffing. Rehearsals. Big vibes. Word is they offered to buy Pentagram songs. Liebling said nah. Ballsy? Sure. Smart? Maybe not. It all crashed. Arrests, drugs, band split. Liebling held the name. Pentagram.
It was tragedy after tragedy for this guy. I've seen him
but the
a couple
fans,
times.
They wouldn't let it die. Tapes traded hands. Metal heads bowed down. Today's doom giants. Sleep, Electric Wizard. They're Pentagram's kids. Cut to the 2000s. Liebling's a mess. Holed up in his parents' basement. A fan pulls him out. Gets him straight. 2011. Last Days Here drops. A documentary spilling the chaos and comeback. New album. Tours. Pentagram rises again. Now at 70, Bobby Liebling's still up there. Wild hair. Wilder riffs. A survivor of a scene that chewed up plenty and spat them out. Pentagram didn't chase fame or beg for a spotlight. They just kept grinding, year after year, for the freaks and misfits who got it.
Darker.
So why care? Because this is metal at its core. Unpolished, unapologetic, and heavy as hell.
I like
the industry
when they
didn't
say
kill
darker.
them. It just
Do
couldn't
they
handle
touch
it.
on like
Here's
occult,
the real question.
satanic
Does
vibes?
Pentagram's
It's called
underground
Pentagram.
status make them the legends they are? Or did the industry rob them of a bigger throne? Tell me what you think in the comments.
Yeah, let's see. Their early stuff. Last Days Here. There's a compilation album and the name of their documentary.
Can you pull up a lyric video? Because I'd love to hear this dude's lyric. Pay attention to the lyric.
Highly doubt they have that. These guys are not popular enough for that. well, this is a song that was recorded horribly bad, like in a rehearsal place, and you can hear the tape moving. You can hear it's awful, but the song is so good. The performance is so good. It's one of the best songs on the album. It's the worst sounding song on the album, but it's a good song. I'll throw this at you. I don't think you'll understand the lyrics, I think.
Word.
And this one ain't satanic.
And these are gonna be some of my last days here. I'm wasting away, and time's too dear. Somebody hold me. I'm afraid for my being chicken or a place to be safe. It's been too long since I've seen your face. It's been too long since I had a place. You never seem to see until you had my heart. I'm drifting by, baby, just torn apart. Somebody stay near, this time it's for real. I'm just what you made me, baby. I never heal. And it's been too long since I seen your pretty face. It's been too long
I'll play you one of their more rockers.
since I had a place.
You know?
But you can tell it's a good song. It's a well-written song, and that's why Kiss came around.
Well, what I was listening to of it was, I was looking for, some Hail Satan shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got a couple songs that mention the devil,
very much
but it's
more,
not no Hail Satan.
There were some actual metal bands who practiced human sacrifice and murdered a couple of people. There's a couple of them.
Which ones? Those.
I wish I could tell you. I want to get this.
Like
book.
Mayhem, that one. I hear rumors about some of those.
I don't remember, but I looked it up. There's a German one probably, and German. I mean, not to say that they're psychopaths, but they're wild people. You know what I mean? But no, I was reading all about it once, and it was like they would have gotten away with it too if the other bandmates didn't snitch on the main one. Snitch on the main one who was really psycho.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like if you do some shit like that, you're just a psycho. You know what I mean? Like the Satan had little to do with what brought you to do that. You know what I mean? You're either a psychopath or somebody else being manipulated by a psychopath. Have you ever seen Eden Lake?
What lake?
Eden
Lake? Nope.
Yeah, it's a good movie. With Michael Fassbender.
Oh. I've got my glasses right here.
There's been a little bit too long.
Let's see, there's some early. I can't remember what it's called. Early.
First Days Here?
That's it.
Because it was written at the bottom of the screen. I was looking at it. I was like, what does that say
Days
first?
Here.
And I was like, oh, it's probably an album commemorating their early work.
I couldn't remember.
I put it together. Who comes to mind when you think of the darkest, satanic band that you can think of, lyrically?
I don't know, because I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, you don't hear something like that and go, oh my god, what is that band?
I can't think of any worth a fuck.
Do you think Death Clock?
What?
Death Clock?
Oh, that's awesome. The cartoon you're talking about?
Well, Death Clock is the band for the cartoon,
yeah.
and they actually go on tour.
Yeah.
And the guy who makes the show makes all the music.
Brandon.
Yeah, it's good. It's good music.
I've watched videos that they play in front of the cartoon.
feel like it's one of the better metal bands.
Oh, they're incredible. Fucking incredible.
Yeah, but this is cool. This is like grungy garage style metal.
Yeah, for early
Some
70s.
dirty, banging, dusty, you know?
Like one of these.
This is definitely a metal sound that I'd be more likely to listen to. You know, because I don't listen to as much metal as like punk.
Right, and this,
You know?
me too, the early 70s, so.
Oh, right.
So this is, you know, and even though this wasn't popular, it influenced a lot of others.
I was thinking it was going to be heavier, man. I thought
No,
it's
we're
more.
not
It's more
looking-
like grungy is what it sounds like to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Might as
it's
well
just
be
hard
Nirvana,
rock, yeah.
You know. I mean,
There's a certain, you know, there was a certain time, you know, like when it's not boogie rock, it's not, it's just, you know, it's riff rock, and it's doomy in a way.
I was amazed the first time I heard that Jerry Lee Lewis was considered rock and roll. I was like, that piano shit, that's rock and roll? And then I realized that rock was not a guitar distortion.
Because they didn't have that yet. It wasn't invented yet.
But as soon as guitar distortion took over,
Then it took
that
over.
became synonymous with the word rock.
Yes, it did.
You know?
Yeah, you'd never say rock. I like rock. You know, like Jerry Lee Lewis. No. Unless you were in 1955.
Chuck Berry.
Right.
You know? Who was the other one?
Some Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly. Yeah, Buddy Holly. You know? But that shit was jamming, you know?
Oh, that's right. Me First and the Gimme Gimmes I was going to tell you about.
Goodbye Earl, Sloop John B, Nothing Compares to You. I Will Survive. You ever heard the Cake version of I Will Survive?
Yeah.
I love
huge
Cake.
for a while.
I 100% love Cake.
Yeah.
Easily one of my favorite bands.
I don't know if I want to hear any of these. But
Leaving on a Jet Plane. I know all the versions of that one. But you see, that's why you make a song like this, because it makes you chuckle. You know what I mean?
yeah, they follow the formula and they just turn them into, it's kind of like Muzak, but turned to punk.
Can I follow this one up with like what inspired us to bring up this subject?
Go ahead. Oh, you were gonna ask.
No, the turtle. No, what was this turtle song? So Happy Together.
Yeah.
Look up So Happy Together punk. It'll pull it up. And it goes hard. It's so good. Now that I pull it up, I see that it's got a little bit of that snootiness that you don't like.
Right.
But they fucking go hard on it. And it was always credited to Newfound Glory, but then I would like look up the deets and it was like not actually Newfound Glory. So I don't know, maybe it is Newfound Glory all along. I thought it was Newfound Glory. I thought maybe it was like a punk band that nobody knew that sounded just like Newfound Glory, you know? You fan of Jimmy Eat World?
No, I don't think so. But we can check. We can find out.
If we're gonna play Jimmy Eat World, the song I want to play is a praise chorus. Or you could say Bleed American. You probably appreciate Bleed American more. Yeah, praise chorus is my shit, but play Bleed American. Bleed American, you would appreciate more.
Damn it. Oh, I see. Oh, there was one with lyrics. Oh, wow. I'd rather look at him.
Is this
it
live?
Really live though? Fuck that. Or should we?
Maybe the studio version?
Yeah, I like studio better for seeing what a song's supposed to sound like.
Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard this.
Every day. This is probably going to get cut. I don't know why, I just feel like Jimmy Eat World is not going to be available to us.
Yeah.
Well, I just respect them as a band. I think they're kind of a pop rock band.
Yeah, they're all right. I was just a little too old for it when it came out.
They're good, you know.
Yeah.
And they're poetic. And remember what I said about not loving a crazy vocalist as much as just somebody who puts their heart in the rhythm of their voice.
Yeah.
You know, like passion. You don't have to be crazy good, just passionate.
Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. They got a good sound.
I'm glad I didn't play the praise chorus. You wouldn't like the praise chorus. You definitely wouldn't like the sweetness.
Well,
no, because I was listening to it recently and I was like, oh, I just noticed that they're doing the snooty thing on this one song. And only this one song. You know what I mean? And it's like, I remember loving the song because it was like he took that vibe and I feel like he conquered all of them with it. You know what I mean? Like he showed that he could do that if he wanted to.
Gotcha.
And it would have been harder than the shit that they be doing. You know? But now that I listen to it again, I mean, it's not really snooty because, you know, he's got a good voice. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to do that. But it's a little whiny, you know? it's a little whiny.
Yep.
So you didn't like any of that emo shit?
No, I
like
really
Dashboard
don't.
Confessional?
You know,
that was the big shit. Everybody loved Chris Carrabba.
I couldn't tell you what one of their songs was. So once I hear it, I'm like, oh yeah, just like this. I don't pay attention. I don't give a fuck, and you know,
that's fine.
About very many bands. So
it's just what I've noticed. Don't cross the ears. You know what I mean? All right, I got one. This one's also guaranteed not gonna have a lyric video. It's called Cloud Cult. Cloud Cult, Where It Starts. And I feel like it always sounds a little soft, like on the volume, if you want to turn it up a little bit. How It Starts. That's it. My bad. That first one is right.
Huh. Because there is a Where It Starts.
Oh, no. Yeah.
But maybe that's just a response to it.
No, go to Where It Starts. Let me hear that one. Yeah, that's the song.
Crazy.
I love this shit. Now they're a little bit of they use drum machines, I think, a little bit. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Sing that one.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's my shit. I love shit like this. I like the way that I like stuff that brings the divine into the ordinary. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was going to my friend's show. They were like, I want to say metal. You know what I mean? They were like, you know, garage, you know, kind of. And we were all going together, me and the band, and all their friends, you know, went out to the show. And this girl comments about, that some of us, we used to go to church together, you know, and imagine now, you know, imagine us now. Yeah. And I was like, well, you know, this is like going to church, you know, and she was like, yeah, only without a pastor. And I'm like, well, the pastor is the front man. Mm-hmm. The pastor is the band. This is the gospel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, absolutely. I remember recognizing that truth, that especially in live music, you know what I mean? There's a divine spiritual thing going on, you know?
Yeah, there
God is present, you know?
Yep. And everybody's connected because we're all into the same band.
Vibrations. Our hearts are beating to the same rhythm. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gosh dang it. Earlier I thought of something when it was around the time we were bringing up the Archees. So it was in that vein, I think, but I can't remember.
You want me to play something in that vein?
Sure.
All right. Gary.
I
forget the way, Gary Lewis, I want to say? Yeah, Gary Lewis and the Playboys.
Okay.
Just my style. There. This is my shit.
Awesome. 54 or something, I thought I saw for a second. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. then them damn Beach Boys came along and took all the money.
Beach Boys are crazy. I didn't realize the phenomenon that they were.
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
I didn't, because I always just kind of wrote them off as a pop band, but I didn't realize that they were like as iconic in just music in general, like musicians. You know what I mean?
When I was a little kid in the 70s, they were huge, and they sounded to me, like the 50s, and Happy Days and Laverne and Shirley are the 50s, and they're the biggest shows on TV, and Grease was the biggest thing on the movies, and everything was the 50s. It was our parents' world, and what they liked as a kids, or or whatever. All of a sudden in the 70s, everything was the 50s. That's all I'm trying to say.
We have to acknowledge that they stole from Chuck Berry.
Oh yeah.
While we're talking about it,
For sure.
And they worked with Charles Manson.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. Yeah, they did. One of them was real cool with him.
Yeah. They helped him produce some songs and shit. I can't remember the whole
story.
Have you
ever listened to Charles Manson's music?
Yeah.
Oh man, talk about a psychopath, right?
Yeah.
Well, right?
But at the same time,
that's a whole nother story.
Yeah, and he was set up by the CIA.
Right.
Given acid and trained.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he trained these other people. He gave them acid,
they
and
were
he didn't take it.
They were trying to criminalize the hippie.
Yeah, it was just to get. Yeah, that's all it was.
Counterculture.
Yep. Get rid of the anti-war protesters.
Manson and Woodstock, which
So everyone in the world knows they were a whole get rid of the protesters because of with the drugs. So what's happening now?
I got to follow up on while we're keeping on this kind of gospel touch. Dixie Hummingbirds. Dixie Hummingbirds. If anybody asks you, no, who I am. I think it's who I am. Anybody.
Who we are?
No, who. Anybody asks you. It's called Anybody Asks You. Yeah, if anybody asks you.
Damn it! Did it come up?
Pull it back one more. That. Yeah, that's my jam. So I'm sorry, but you were saying that they were getting rid of the protesters.
Right. Well, in the 60s. It's funny, I think, well, we'll listen to this. Drums, bass, guitar, and vocals. Yeah, that's good performance. Love that.
That's amazing.
Was that pre-James Brown?
See, but even with him killing it on the vocals, doing something that I couldn't do, he's still putting his heart into the rhythm of his vocals with that passion. You know what I mean? So it's not just flexing vocally.
Whoa.
It's like losing yourself in the spirit of the music.
Right.
It's a different thing.
That's a real good performance there. Drummer's going off for that age. And this style of music, it was rebellious, I'm sure, as fuck. To rock out, to rock gospel this much. where you heard it?
Yeah, for the first time.
Imagine a movie.
No, it was a skater video. You know how skaters would put together skateboarding videos?
Crazy.
It was a dude skateboarding to this jam, and I was like, that is a jamming song. You know what I mean? You got your song yet? Because I got another one.
I listened to that one so closely.
All right, Sammy Davis Jr. You probably know this one.
There's a famous Satanist.
Is he? I thought he was a Jewish man.
You can be both.
I see what you're saying.
He hung out with Anton LaVey.
The song is Rhythm of Life, my dude.
Rhythm of Life?
Yeah, you know that one?
No, I don't think.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go to church again. We're going to church today.
That's fun.
Daddy started out in San Francisco, tooting on his trumpet loud and mean.
Suddenly a voice said, "Go for it, Daddy, spread the picture on a wider screen."
And the voice said, "Daddy, there's a million pigeons waiting to be hooked on new religions. Hit the road, Daddy, leave your common law wife. Spread the religion of the rhythm of life. And the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm in your bedroom, rhythm in the street. Yes, the rhythm of life is a powerful beat.
To feel the rhythm of life.
Right?
To feel the powerful beat. To feel the tingle in your fingers.
You'll look it up though. You'll find if you'll search if he's a Satanist, Sammy Davis Jr. Satanist, there'll be a million articles about it. What's causing that?
I don't know. If I move like this.
Are you sitting on the other side?
Flew its way to Canton, then to Scranton, till he landed under the Manhattan Bridge.
Daddy was a new sensation.
Maybe you'll catch it when I watch it again.
Built up quite an
Like, what are you doing?
What you doing?
With the quiet piper blowing while the muscatel was flowing, all the cats were go-go-going.
Down below.
Daddy was a new sensation.
I believe this might be from a musical. You know?
Mm-hmm. Seems like it. It seems so stagey.
But man, I feel like it goes so hard.
They worked harder on music back then.
I don't know though. I've heard like recent musical songs that are like
Well,
ill,
yeah, sure.
the way that they just
yeah. But it just seems like it. 'Cause when you think back, you look back at those old videos from the 30s and shit, and they're going, oh.
I take a dive and swim to Daddy. I take a dive and swim to Daddy. Swim to Daddy. Hit the floor and crawl to Daddy. Hit the floor and crawl to Daddy. Hit the floor and crawl to Daddy. Crawl to Daddy. Split it, split it, split it. Sick-a-dig-a-didn't. And the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. Puts a tingle in your fingers and a tingle in your feet. Rhythm in your bedroom, rhythm in the street. Yes, the rhythm of life is a powerful beat. To feel the rhythm of life. To feel that powerful beat. To feel the tingle in your fingers. To feel the tingle in your feet.
they just keep going in.
Flip your wings and fly to your daddy. Take a dive and swim to your daddy. Hit the floor and crawl to your daddy. Daddy got the rhythm of life, of life, of life, of life. Yeah, let me hear it. Sock it to me. Let it all hang out.
Sock it to me. All right.
That's my Sammy Davis song. Whenever I want to listen to Sammy Davis, that's my go-to. And then I always think about with Frank, it's "Fly Me to the Moon," and then with Dean, it's "Sway."
Cool.
Those are my jams by those artists.
I never thought of a Sammy Davis Jr. song. Which is he? It seems like I remember him doing another one.
Oh, of
that
course.
He's more famous. That he's more famous
yeah,
for.
for sure. That was.
I can't think of what he's famous for. Is what I'm.
That I was like, oh my gosh.
I did think just to show. We probably better wrap this up already. We'll do it more often. What's his name? Buddy Rich. Just thinking about the energy people put in, and of course they do now too, but it just feels like more when you see it in black and white.
Too bad you don't got any backlight. There we go.
I guess I'll just do this. I was hoping for something from the 30s, you know, or something, you know.
Look up 30s, Buddy Rich 30s.
Well, maybe Buddy Rich doesn't go that far back. And here's some 43.
Here's our own sentimental gentleman of swing, Tommy Dorsey, his trombone, and his
Wizard of Oz was 1935, 36, something like that, and that was in color. So
yeah,
gotta go way back for black and white.
Look at this. The whole band spins around. Nobody's individually mic'd. The sound was I don't know if they're done it in a studio and they're
just like
and pantomiming it like a movie, or if this is actually a performance in a fancy nightclub.
This is Buddy Rich?
Yeah.
I don't think he's pantomiming.
No. But it's just like a mic at the distance picking everybody up. Look how crazy.
Sure? How you know that they don't have smaller mics on them or near them?
There's not a single cable. Wireless wasn't existed. It'd be big.
There's gotta be a mic somewhere on that stage.
That's what's bothering me. Even above them, there's not. If they were really recording an orchestra in the studio, you'd be putting them above them if you're recording that many people. But there could be a mic or two out front, just beyond the camera.
I mean, didn't they have mics like this back then too? You know what I'm saying? No?
No, they would have been. They would have been large. They would have had ribbon mics like. Not a mic on the drums. Not a mic. Yeah, all of a sudden he's loud in the mix. Yeah, something ain't right.
They just got good mics on their cameras. You know that they're letting the music fill up the room, and you're getting the whole experience.
That's what I'm thinking. It is possibly that.
Oh, this is your least favorite part?
Piano solo. Boo. Twinkle. He's rocking. Well, he probably is just pretending to play along with it because they did a good recording in the studio and this is in a movie.
Oh, is it?
Probably. That's probably the thing.
Yeah, this does look very well.
It's too
cinematized.
Yeah, it's too.
For 1943.
Yeah, it's not just no stage performance, and it's recorded in a studio for sure.
I wasn't sure if that was a reflection when it was further out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty clever. All of a sudden they stand up as the camera.
That moment musically reminded me of old cartoons. You know, when those old cartoons would have music like this just jamming throughout the cartoon.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking the haunted ones that like we were watching before. I'm talking like you know, Goofy trying to work his way through traffic. You know.
Oh yeah. They had some jazzy shit. All right. From Well Get It.
So did you want one more further go, or?
Yeah, let's do one more and we'll get lost. I'm gonna go take a walk, and before I come back and do some mixing.
All right, I wanna know what you think of. Do you have any opinions about ska?
Oh, some of it's all right. Some of it makes me seasick because it was just.
You know, 5 Iron Frenzy.
I've probably heard a song or two.
5 Iron Frenzy. Every New Day. This is a good song to go out on. And since we've been doing so many kind of godly songs, this is a.
Which one did you say?
Yeah, Every New Day. It's a Christian band, and it's very don't go live. This is the record. Too snooty?
Of course, that's what I want to say. Yeah.
He goes off in the end. His vocals. There's actually another band more snooty than this that I was gonna play, that I chose not to because they do a good Christian song. Some of them, but. Yeah, my friend told me that he went to see them live, and when he hits a high note, he didn't do it live. He choked, and you know, he kind of. I mean, he didn't choke. He did that thing that people do when they don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm glad we didn't listen to the live version.
My example of that is everybody knows Phil from Pantera. Like, I've seen him live. How the hell did he do Cemetery Gates on the record? You know, if you know Cemetery Gates, because he can't do that. Huh? but he did, I guess, probably with a lot of work.
All right, man. Well, good shit. Good show.
Maybe we'll just end it with a little Pantera as we.
Yo, man,
I know that was
we were
supposed to be
listening
the
to
end.
Pentagram, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we were covering all the bases. I mean, we even listened to an atheist talk about God.
We'll get lost for now, and we'll do this again real soon. All right. We didn't even say, hey, you have where you can get your stuff to watch and all that. And I'll put a thing on at the beginning.
Lostforwordsproductions.com
that says that.
LOSTFORWORDSPRODUCTIONS.com.
Wow. That's some good spelling.
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to go on a walk with me? I'm going to go on a walk. Probably not in jeans.
Not necessarily. I was probably going to grab some Rillos from the gas station next door, if that's all right, and then ride home.
All right. See you guys out there. It's a sunshine day.
Take it easy. Yeah, be positive.
Sunshine
Love your fellow man
day.
and woman.
Everybody's happy. Sunshine day.
Super Bitchin', Rocky